Hey guys, um, welcome back, and it's a new video. It's about a week after my last update video on Minecraft, and thought I'd make a new video showing all the new updates, all the new things I've added to the city, and because I've added quite a few, not as many as other times, but quite a lot of stuff. Um, I did tonight because when I'm recording this, it's nighttime. I'm probably also gonna upload like a video detailing my sort of like plan for uploading content, and I might have a Call of Duty gameplay video out. It all depends how I feel, but I might have that out. So I might upload at different times, so I might make more videos and then upload them in the morning, just for that I can have a diverse amount of content on the weekend. But I'll go more into that on my other video where I'm talking about that. I think today I do want to show the changes, and I do want to show if no changes happened in any areas. So first, let's talk about the factory area. Currently, there are no upgrades here, and probably for a while I will not be fixing anything or building anything really, because I still do not have a focused plan on what this area will become. So I am going to try and plan out what this area will be before I try and upgrade anything. Here's our first upgrade. There's a lot of very minor details I wanted to put, but there's a new ship. That's all that there really is. And it has kind of like the crew quarters, and it has some cargo. But that isn't the coolest thing I added to the ocean. If I can actually find him, it's probably gonna be very difficult. Here it is. Built a much better submarine actually near the plan for the underwater city. And this one's pretty cool. It actually didn't take me too long to build, and I actually built it on the night of Halloween. So right before I went trick-or-treating, I built this just for fun, and I think I kind of like it. This one actually has an inside area, and you can kind of see the underground building there and the tunnel. And it has all your regular stuff, you know. Maybe loaded with nuclear missiles, maybe not. I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. It might not. I'm not confirming anything, but it's just there to kind of protect the oceans, and I might build more in other areas. But that's just one thing. And you might notice something new. You might notice these artillery pieces. These are part of a very big part of the city that I created, and that I'm going to get into in a minute. But these are designed for the artillery piece. So you have switches there, but that's only manually. These artillery pieces are mainly actually controlled through terminals in different military bases, so that's how they function. So usually people don't really have to be there unless they're giving it maintenance or repairing something. It is usually controlled via terminal inside of actual military bases itself, like this one and another one which I'll show in a minute. So that isn't the only one. You can find another one over here on this building and another one on that building. So there's quite a few. So next, let's get into one of the bigger updated areas, and that's this area. I'm actually very proud of this area, and this is what I was first working on for the first half of the week up till Wednesday. I was working on this. So the road does go from here, and it connects to this area. I'm gonna put a few cars down, but pretty much it is actually a shopping area, and I love the way this building came out. So if you see it kind of like this is what this new shopping area looks like. And if we actually go down, we do have Tacoma Jewelry, because this is actually Tacoma Park. We're gonna get into in a minute, and it's a jewelry store. And probably my favorite restaurant, the Fancy McDonald. It's very fancy indeed. We're using wooden chairs and wooden tables, very fancy. And then this business is currently closed, so it might go up for sale later. And these are other apartments, so you can enter the apartment through there, and you can enter this apartment through here. So that's that. This road actually leads into here, and this is not actually a military or research facility. This is actually the, I actually changed what this is supposed to be. This is actually the tourist center for the Hoover Dam itself, and part of it is for the operational side to control, well, not the Hoover Dam, but what the hell am I gonna name it? No, why not the Tacoma Dam? It is what controls the Tacoma Dam. So that's that. It's pretty cool. I kind of like it. And the submarine ain't that far from the Tacoma Dam. But over here, it is a massive park, the Tacoma. And there are some benches nearby some of the lakes, and there are massive trees that are currently growing. Oh damn it, I just showed part of the military base there. I'll get into that in a minute. And then you also have the guard tower over here. Only in a show part because I'm trying to hide something for later. And then you can't really go past here, so, or at least for now. And then up here on the top of the mountain you have a blocked off radar tower, which is one of the newer radar towers. So that's that. Let's get into one of the biggest updates, and that is the massive military fortification. I actually finished this earlier today, and I love it. As you can see, it is massive. It has artillery guns, tanks, buildings, and the buildings do have actually parts that are you can go inside and view. And this is going to be the part that takes up most of the video. I'm going to be going into this in detail. So there's actually only two ways to go through the entrance. The first place we're actually going to be touring through this area is through the helicopter landing pad, which is actually above the highway, which is used to get out of the city. The second way is for military access only, and you would go through here into the military checkpoint, and somewhere I'll show later you'll be able to get up to the main point itself. But after you go through the helicopter, which I love this new design, I've been working on it for a while, so I'm kind of happy with how it looks. I might do the inside, but kind of happy with how the new design looks for the helicopter. You have Armory 1, and this is sort of the armory, and sadly you can only have there's a max amount of armor stands, and then this doesn't really lead anywhere, but this is one of the armories that we have at the military base, which I do like. Then this is the ammo supply. It is not actually, there's nothing inside, and there's only a few buildings that are like that because I wanted to make sure this is sort of detailed, but at the same time it's like the other buildings. So these are some of the massive turret guns that are also controlled via computer terminal inside of this military facility. So this one is only the double barrel massive artillery pieces, and they are pretty damn advanced and they're pretty damn cool. I kind of like the design. I wanted to go for a curvature design, but that's pretty hard, especially in Minecraft. It would take up extra space. But I figured this one, just adding some more blocks to make it look a bit more detailed and more advanced, it kind of looks cool. And this is another new building I forgot to mention. It kind of has a little park on it, and I kind of really like the design on it. So it's new. That's something new there. I kind of like it. There's another new building I really like, but we'll get into that in a moment. Yeah, so that's the ammo supply, and those are the massive artillery pieces. You just saw part of the building. Damn it, I'm really messing up on keeping secrets. This is the tank holding grounds, and this is my design for the tanks. I love it. For a very long time since I actually started the city, I've been struggling to create a good design for a tank that is easy to create and actually works. And I finally came up with this one. It looks more like the conventional tank, you know, like the World War II era tank, Cold War era, green tank and all, you know, the United States and stuff. And although it doesn't go with the futuristic theme, the reason why I like it is because number one, it looks good, and number two, it's really easy to make. I'll actually show you guys how to make it easily in a minute. But this is the holding ground. So far we have 2 tanks, and we have a third one in reserve over here, near the ammo supply. So we'll go down here just to show how the second way to get in. So first, as you can see, a tank is being lifted down. So you would be lifted down or up preferably, or where you actually have to go through a ramp, which is specially secured. Then you would go down this down here to another loading bay, and this loading bay will lead you to a garage. And this garage, you can see a tank is currently coming out. There's 2 of them. And once you turn, you will go down a openable military checkpoint. This one is opened by this security terminal, which I somehow didn't put the roof on. Oh, I am so messing up. I'm sorry about that. You know what? I don't think it really needs a roof. You know what? Yeah, I'll only put the part of the roof where it's like a security terminal, where all the equipment is and stuff. then the other part I'll have glass. I'm sorry about that. I'm really messing up, but I hope you guys still enjoy the review. So in here, this is where you kind of open up the gates and stuff, and you make sure that the properly assigned military personnel are actually going in. So here's the fence, and it's very close to the city, and that's what it needs to be, because if there's ever an emergency or an invasion, the tanks and the troops need to have an easy way to go in and out instead of having to rely on helicopter rides. So that's that part. So now let's go back here and we'll continue down. This room is the comms and operation room. Comms is communications, so that's kind of like short for that. So you have like a debriefing room here. The elevators don't actually go anywhere, but they're just for the looks, and they'll go up and down in the building. You have a lot of the communication devices and all that, and the computer networks and stuff, and I kind of like it. I don't even know what I was doing with the redstone and stuff. I was just trying to make it look all nice and stuff. It is a few floors, so it's not too tall. None of the buildings here are really tall, but everything's really heavily fortified. And I forgot the doors. I'm so stupid today, guys. I'm sorry. I'll keep that just in case. This is another radar tower over here, and this connects to some of the biggest radar towers we actually have in the entire city, and they are used for military purpose. And here's a more in-depth look at the artillery piece. It's pretty damn simple, but it looks pretty cool. And like the stairs are supposed to be like sandbag barriers, and I like it. So there's a lot of them on top of the roofs. There's another one there, and another one there, and there's a lot on top of the other roofs. But they're pretty simple to make, and that's what I like about all the designs I made in the military base. They have a purpose, well, at least in the story, and not really in Minecraft because they can't really shoot, but they are pretty damn awesome, and they're easy to make too. So I can also show you guys how to make an artillery piece. But that's the comms area. This building, I'm pretty sure I named it right. Yep, of course, I forgot the door. This is the military theory commission, and this building isn't really filled in, but it's more about talking about the tactics, and different generals are the ones who create the tactics in different wars. And there's another artillery piece on here, of course. And then over here we have the only currently in the city 3 barrel artillery piece, and this one's much bigger. I don't really like how the design came out for some reason. I just don't think it really came out properly like the other ones, but it ain't too bad after all, so I'm fine with it. So there's another artillery piece here, and this is the barracks / eating area. So you have all the different beds there, and the chests for they can put their personal stuff, and then this is the food and the rationing quarters. Of course, this building's pretty big, right? So over here, and then this is kind of like the last part of the military base, we have the training yard. So there are actually pieces of artillery here just in case anybody tries to pulls any moves. But as you can see, there are actual pieces of TNT, and that is for our soldiers don't act stupid and actually take the exercises seriously, because let's be honest, if there is no risk involved, the soldiers would not really have proper training. That might not be how it goes. Oh my, I can't even speak. Wow. Probably picked a really bad time to do this, but that might not be how the actual training goes in other military bases and other militaries around the world like the United States. But we want to make sure that our only soldiers here, because I mean, like, we don't have many soldiers due to the fact that we need to put them in buildings, and I just showed the new buildings, but I'll get to that in a minute. We need to make sure that these soldiers are highly trained and highly skilled. So that's something to think about there. So there's like some barbed wire and all that. So it's pretty cool. It's overlooking an area that I'm thinking about expanding into. So what I was thinking of was this area would be a naval dockyard where the submarines go, and this area would be the airbase. But I'll get into that later. I think I'll take a rest on the military base, and right now I need to focus on other buildings and stuff. But I'm pretty sure I showed it enough already, so I'll finally show it. These are the 2 massive buildings that I've been building near the stock exchange. I started also building these on yeah, Halloween, pretty much I started building them on, and I think I did pretty good on them. I actually also finished this today. Ooh, we're gonna hold up. Sorry about that, but yeah, they're pretty big build. They're pretty damn tall. They're some of the tallest in the city now, and I really like it. So it has down here, and then over here it has a cool plaza right between the stock exchange and this building, and it looks pretty damn awesome if you look at it through here. I really like it, but I'll give like one last view of what it looks like through there, and then right after that, so this is kind of what it looks like in the skyline now. It's pretty big and it kind of fits with how the other buildings are, so I do really like it. This building, I'm either going to destroy this building or I'm going to make it bigger and redesign it, because this building, it really does not fit in with the rest of the buildings. Like, you look at them, they all have a certain theme, but they all fit into the skyline, right? But this just sticks out like a sore thumb, and I hate it every time. Maybe it's because like the tall spire ruins it. Maybe it's just that this building is like way too skinny, or way too small for a building of that height, but I really just don't like it. And probably the final update is I have some artillery pieces on top of the airship, so now this does have adequate defenses. Using some good vocabulary there. And now, finally, before I end the video, I do want to go over how you actually do build the tank and artillery piece. It's pretty simple. So, for the tracks for the tank, you can use cyan terracotta, and for both the artillery piece and the tank, I'll usually use green terracotta. And then for the armor plating on the tank, I will usually use smooth stone slabs. And for the barricades, stone brick stairs. So it's pretty simple material. So first you'll go over the tank. So you usually have something like that, and then it'll go here, and then you'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that, and you'll do this on a curve like that. So the front wheels are kind of part of the design, and I kind of like it because now it doesn't, like, it's a wide tank, but it doesn't look like it's way too wide. You know, so I kind of like how the design ended up coming out. So next, you will go like kind of like this. You'll fill this entire top part in. You can leave this. You can leave the inside like that. But if you do want to, you can kind of have it like this going like the middle. I don't like that kind of design, but it's kind of like a third track if you want it to be like that. But that's kind of like that. So I mean, it's all right. Now over here, usually I have 2 blocks as a space, and I'll go 1, 2, 3 like that. We usually have like this maybe. So you'll have the tank go like that. You'll fill this part in, and then finally you'll have the gray part, or you can have the green part. Usually 4 blocks. So this is what the green looks like. I don't like having the green instead. Yeah, I usually have the gray. So if you want to keep it like this, you definitely can, not having to put the smooth stone slabs. But the smooth stone slabs are kind of like the armor plating, but if you don't want that, this is kind of how it looks without it. And then with it, usually I put them on top of this area, then on top of the tank itself, and same with the back area. So here's what it looks like with the armored plating, and I kind of like it more with the armored plating. And if you want, you can kind of go on to like the turret like that, even have it like that. But I really don't like how it goes with that. So this is the finished tank design. It's extremely simple, but it definitely does look cool. If you do want to, leave in the comments below if you do like the tank design, and let's get on to the artillery piece. This one's also pretty simple, so you'll do 3 stairs like this, then you'll go like 3 stairs like that on both sides, so they won't be connecting. Then you'll have the green go like that, pretty simple. Usually I'll have this 2 blocks above on all sides. Then you can start going like this, so 1, 2, 3 is the usual amount. I put it like that. Then you usually have 1 here, 1 there, and then as extra support, you can have it go like this, that. So, and then over here, oh, I forgot one of the parts. You need the levers on the inside for manual control. And that's how the turret design looks like. It's actually really simple, and if you do want, I actually haven't tried this, but you can try and put the slabs on there. Let's see how this actually looks. I haven't actually tried this, so it might actually look, it might actually look pretty good. So I'm looking at it. It doesn't look too bad with the slabs. I'll probably just take them off, but both the artillery piece and the tank are really simple designs. Let me know in the comments below also if you want how the artillery piece looks. I kind of like it myself. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. This one is to be holded in place. I might try and like do one with different like wheels and stuff. So like instead of it being like that, instead you'll kind of have like a track on the front area. Instead of having the leverage, you have a track on the front. And then on the back, you'll have kind of like a smaller track. Which, admittedly, that doesn't actually look too bad. Although it kind of makes sense to have it like that. Yeah, that doesn't actually look too bad. And then maybe you can have buttons on the bottom. I'm actually experimenting here. This ain't actually too bad. Wow. I didn't actually think I'd start experimenting with ideas. Let's see how that looks on the tank quickly before I go. It doesn't look too bad. I might actually put that on the design, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. There will be a few new places I'll be working on, such as this part of the research facility, because I've been meaning to do that for quite a while, but I haven't gotten to that. The area surrounding the stock exchange and the new buildings, and the factory area all the way on the other side. But that's kind of what I've been doing. If you guys do want like a tutorial on how to do the turrets and the maybe even like a design on the spaceships, I think that's probably going to be a video on its own, because the turrets are pretty damn difficult designs to put in this video. Not only that, but it also takes quite a while to do the turret designs. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys liked it, leave a like. It'd be appreciated. I spend a lot of time on the city, of course, and especially on the updates, just for that you guys can see it. I do love this city. I put a lot of care into it, so it's kind of like my personal project when I get home after school. Like, sometimes I'll just be having a frustrating day. I'll just come home, play some Minecraft, and it'll help me relax. And even sometimes when I'm playing other games and I rage at it, I'll just come to Minecraft, I'll start building for like maybe an hour, and I'll go back to the other game. That's usually what I do when I rage, and sometimes I just spend entire weekends building this city. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna leave off with the cool shot of the city. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm definitely gonna be uploading this after I'll finish the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you guys want. You guys can comment if you want. I'm not forcing you guys to. It would be pretty cool to have some viewer interaction. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.